It's game 2 of the American League Championship Series. Seattle took game 1 last night. Can Toronto turn around? They put Yasevich on the mound tonight, this afternoon, late this afternoon, early tonight, depending on perspective. He takes on Logan Gilbert, who we haven't seen since Friday when he was thrown into the frying pan and thrown into the fire in the 15-inning game on Friday against the Tigers. And a 1-0 series disadvantage, the Blue Jays are under the gun. Can Trey Yasevich fix that? In his last outing against the Yankees, he struck out 11 in 5 1/3 innings work, 1 walk, no hits. Yeah, splitter rate and opponent batting average, 29 pitches, split fingers out of the 92 that Trey has thrown. 29 at bats, only 2 hits off that split finger. Same basic setup as last time for the Mariners. And same basic setup as last time for the Blue Jays, except it'll be Nathan Lukes in right. Instead, it'll be Miles Straw in right instead of Nathan Lukes, who's out with a knee bruise. Oh, Lukes is back in the lineup. I thought he'd be out due to that knee bruise. Instead, it'll be Schneider in left field today. Interesting. F you, Barkley. I mean, while I am glad that the Giants clobbered the Eagles this past Thursday, I'm mad at the way fantasy went for me this week, with most of the players I have getting fucking ignored by their coaches and quarterbacks. What do I have to do? Find a way to do a massive global scale imperious curse and force the coaches to play the game the way I want them to play it so that my boys get some points on the fantasy board? Or do I have to do a massive wide human extinction to get the job done? I don't know. Majin Buu style human extinction attack to get the job done. I don't know. I really don't. Don't do that, kids.
Just makes things fast and easy. And their customer service reps always know just what I need. Did you just, shh? Is she allowed to do that? She's not with cows.
Let's play some fucking ball. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving is this week. I forgot about that. Why the Canadians get it a month before we do, I don't know. Postseason fact. Home team losing the first 2 games of the series have only won 3 of the last 28. The Royals in 1985, the Mets in 1986, and the Yankees in 1996. And of course, we all know all 3 of those were World Series setups. This is a league championship series. And we lead off with Randy Arozarena. And Trey Savage getting ready. He struck out 11 Yankees in the postseason. And back in game 2, a game I've had to suffer through, to be honest. 45% on the slot on the fastball, 29 on the slider, 28 on that split finger, and that's the pitch you got to watch out for if you're the Mariners. That damn split finger. Blue Jays in their alternate blue unis today. First pitch. Heater that catches the inside corner, strike 1. Swing and a miss this time. He got him with the slider, 0-2. Arozarena, no homers in his last 100 at bats. Arozarena calls time. It's very north to south with you, Savage. Never does he go east to west, or seldom. There's the split finger, but it bounced in the dirt, 1-2. One, two. 2-2. I mean, when ABS gets institutionalized next year, that's strike 3. I'm looking at this K zone on this damn thing, and what was called as ball 2 was clearly strike 3. 2-2 nonetheless. Nevertheless. Believe me, when ABS comes into play next year, those sorts of calls will be a kick in the nuts for umps. Slider low and away, full count. Here's the payoff. Hits him in the elbow, and we got a leadoff. And Arozarena gets hit in the elbow. Leadoff man on for Seattle. Here comes the dumper. 2025 as a whole, 62 home runs, 130 RBIs. And he fouls that one off. 1. Throw to first to try to keep Arozarena honest. He's back. One. Two and 0. I mean 2-1. This time with a high split finger pitch. Upstairs again, 3-1. And Yasevich is in trouble right off the bat. Here comes the payoff. The 3-1 is fouled to the backstop, full count. Ball 4.
The cushion of being up one game against the New York Yankees. He was riding an incredible wave, and his composure, everyone talks about how great it is. This is where it will be tested right now. There's plenty of house money after Gosman got him off of the World Series advantage. The pressure on him.
Leo Rodriguez is up next. Runners in first and second, nobody out, and not even a hit against Yasevich. Strike 1. 1 on the slider. Strike 2.
Already 2 base runners and not have recorded the second strike.
Rodriguez hits one down the left field line. It's gone! Seattle strikes first and gets on the board 3-0. And Trey Yasevich gets a gut punch right away. Oh, and 2 to Polanco. Wow. Former Met and Yankee infielder Sandy, who's the father of Sandy Alomar Jr. and Roberto Alomar. Sandy Sr. just passed away today. Damn. And Polanco takes strike 3, and that's the first. And Yasevich finally has an out under his belt. Strike 1.
That's his first hit he's given up, and it resulted in 3 runs. He hadn't given up a hit in the first game. Probably would have gone a lot longer had the score been different.
0-2. No 2 pitch. Upstairs 1-2. Upcoming One Piece Space Shop is going all out to introduce a One Piece toilet paper. Wipe away your grudges with some of the most annoying villains like Spondum, St. Charles, Orochi, Almeida, and more. $3.60, huh? Well, given with that kind of... Oh, Naylor got hit? Or did he foul off his ankle? One, two to Naylor. Fouled off again. Ground ball. Base hit through the hole. And Naylor's on with a single. What the hell is glamping? Strike one. One, Eugenio Suarez. Did he go? No, he did not. 1-1. Suarez, big cut, and he missed. 1-2. Got him swinging. 2 down. Ball one. Miller takes off. Throw. Way too late. 2-1 to Canzoni. 1-1 to Canzone. Strike two. Got him swinging to end the inning, but not before a 3-run blast puts the Mariners on the board first. By Julio Rodriguez. And because of that, Blue Jays coming up in a 3-0 in the hole. 3 in the hole. Are coming up 3 in the hole.
You're home for the holidays. You've dreamt of this moment. Back in your old room. Right there. At least you can get a deal on your shorts for day. More coverage.
By Junior Barger. Let's see how they do against Logan Gilbert. First pitch is a strike. 0-1. One. Went to the Springer, fell off. We'll do it again. I'm going to slaughter you. 2-2 pitch to Springer. Driven to left. Just foul. This, I think he got this time. Deep left center. No, he got it hit off the base of the wall. Springer will stop at second with a leadoff double. Got that one off the base of the wall. First pitch, swung and missed by Luke, 0-1. You would think that Luke's would be sitting today after he got hit after he fouled a ball off his knee last night, which led to a massive bruise. 0-1. That's a chopper. That's going to at least move Springer to third. Flick over the first. Gets away! Springer will score on a throwing error, and it's 3-1 to Seattle, while Luke's moves to second. That will not count as an RBI. What was Naylor thinking, scooping that ball and trying to flick him and do it like that? Especially when he was not. And here comes Vladdy. Fouled off, and there goes the bat. And the bat goes flying out of Guerrero's hands, 0-1. And the Vladdy chance breakout here in Toronto. Three homers, 9 RBIs this postseason for Vladdy for Junior. 0-1 pitch. Too far in with the splitter, 1-1. Gilbert will step off. Chopper to third, the short. Crawford picks it up on the hop. That moves Luke's to third, so it's a productive out at least for Guerrero. 1 down. And so at the very least, it's a productive out, 1 down. Infield moving in to try to calm Gilbert down. And with a mound visit. Barger coming up next. Tying run once again at the plate for Toronto. 1 out this time. And keep in mind, while I will try to call future games in this series, it's not a sure thing that I will. Guarantee comes when the World Series finally hits, because that's when all the games are on the same fucking network. I can't. And which league I do the divisional rounds for is dependent on parity. If the year is numerically odd, I get stuck with AL games. If it's even, I get stuck with NL games. Games based on my setup. If I had a cable box or a dish, or subscribe to Fubo, that's fouled off, or Sling, or any streaming app that would allow me to watch the games about the other leagues comfortably, I do it. The problem is, on as small a paycheck as I do on every other week on a part-time payment, on a part-time job setup, it's difficult to do that every month. At best, I could do that for 4 months. That's Rip Foul 0-2. I mean, for at least 4 months. Rip Foul 0-2 by Barger. And that's the truth. 0-2 comes. Too far outside on the split finger, 1-2. And given how money is a little tight this year, I can't. Mom just spent a good chunk. No, it's on my TV. Yes, I'm watching it on TV. Yes, seen. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Now the Blue Jays need to get a hit to keep the inning going. 2 down. It's Alejandro Kirk coming up. Kirk lines one in the center, right center, base hit. It gets down. Luke scores easily. Kirk will be held to a single. 3-2, Seattle. And the Blue Jays are firing back. Flat slider over the plate. First pitch to Varsho. That's driven to right field, but Robles backs up before the track and makes the catch. So 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 stranded for the Blue Jays. Well, the scoring's off to a faster start than last night. Through 1, 3-2, Mariners. I don't know, to be honest with you, Scene.
I present to you the world's most protected business.
Creed, we have AT&T Dynamic Defense.
It prevents malicious threats. How are people supposed to get in? There's no door. Somebody say door. I don't know, Bobby.
Ask any kid if you ask too many questions, you disappear.
T-Mobile, the best network in the game. It's now the best network in America.
And we are back for inning number 2. Kicking it off for the Mariners will be Robles against Savage, who had to go through 33 pitches just to get out of the first inning. Whereas it only took Gilbert a little more than half of that to get out of the inning. It'll be 8-9-1 he faces. First pitch. Throws the heater. Strike 1. 0-1. Did he go? No, you're not. 1-1. Two one. That's driven to right field, but playable. Caught by Luke's. 1 down. Single A, Vancouver. Well, Toronto. Strike 1. One. Matt's low. 3-1. 2-1 pitch. Sky high pop up. Caught by Jimenez. 2 down.
They were down to 2 picks, and they had the 15th pick in the draft. 2 college pitchers, both unicorns. Durangelo Sinche, who was a switch pitcher, throws right and left. And Savage, we talked about his release point. The Blue Jays were behind them at 20. They decided to take Sinche.
1-0.
Concerned, as were other teams, about the medical reports of trading Savage. But they could not believe they even had a shot to get him at 15. He became Toronto's pick at 20.
Fouled off. 1-1.
First time they get hit by a pitch and scored on Rodriguez's home run.
Ball 2 to Rosarena. Big cut and miss, 2-2. Who on the slider? I'm looking. Hello, Chambers. I'm picking Seattle, believe it or not. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for you, Savage. Keeps the score 3-2 Seattle.
It's like Mr. Jeter said, hard work and dedication. What's been the highlight of your career in that habit? Helping people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees. Aren't you in the Hall of Fame? And didn't you live in space? What's in your wallet?
Whatever you're doing right now, the Wendy's $8 JBC meal deal is here. That's 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers, medium fries, and a medium drink. So you better be on your way. Bacon waits for no one. The #1 deal for the #1 bacon cheeseburger. Gotta be Wendy's.
Close, Mom. What do you think of this,
Jacket?
shack?
Half shirt, half jacket. Best of both. Like brunch or sport or...
Same time, a man caught between two worlds.
Oh, I got chills. The job search. It's so impersonal. Sometimes when you feel like it's a walking resume. And the jobs you do find are just bad fit, bad fit. And what's this? Indeed Career Scout, your personal career coach. Can you find jobs tailored to you? And help you get seen for all your skills. Well, the future of job searching has arrived. Try it at Indeed.com/careerscout.
Old ideas are everywhere. Left over from the legacy thinking. If you're not careful, they can sneak into everything. When you're not bound to the past, old ideas can't hold you back. Exquisite design with the soul of sports car. The GD70. Welcome to Genesis. What's good? I'm Josh Johnson, and I'll play for 14 different teams. In fact, nobody switched teams more than I have. But I'm done with all that. I'm switching to straight talk. We're good. They've got free 5G phones with real unlimited data. Come on, great news. Get it at straighttalk.com in Walmart. We take out Bruce Springsteen. These new songs, that's the only thing I believe in.
Too bad Springsteen's a jerk in real life.
In baseball, which is very aggressive in that first pitch. This guy right here, Bernie Clement.
That's fouled off by Gilt Clement, 0-1. One, two. Through the hole, over the second base hole, base hit. Hit with a liner. Clement's now on first. Ball one. On the Schneider, who was the first game scratch due to back tighten it. Who wasn't in the lineup last game due to back tightness. Have swing deflected to first. Naylor will scoop it up as that's his only play. Moving to second on the sacrifice, if you can call it that, is Clement. Foul off by Jimenez, zone 1.
That's the most on record. It goes back to 2008.
That's grounded. That'll move Clement to third. Naylor underhands it this time, and Gilbert scoops it up. 2 down. And back to the top, and George Springer. Springer waits. First pitch from Gilbert. Ball 1. Strike 2. Strike 1. Two one. Swing and a miss on the 2-1. 2-2. That's driven to left field, but it's going to go foul down the line. We'll do it again. Backdoor fastball, and it does not get a strike 3 call. Full count. And that's popped up, but it's going to go foul the other direction. We'll do it again. And ball 4, runners in the corners. Strike 1. One, 1. Slips it in the right hole, in the right center, base hit, tie game. Springer to third. Luke's knocks in his second ribby of the afternoon. I'm going to be here for a bit, aren't I? Last night, only 1 run on 2 hits and over 4 with runners in scoring position. Today, 3 runs, 5 hits, 3 as 6 with runners in scoring position for Toronto. And they are looking to add on here. We're only in the second inning. I've been on here for about an hour. First pitch to Vlad. Strike, ball 1. Doing on. Three and 0. The slider's just not finding its spot for Logan. And Vlad gets busted this time, 3 and 1. Pitcher step off. Gilbert with a disengage. Pitches thrown in this series. 100 pitches were thrown in the first game by the Seattle pitching staff last night. So far, 42 pitches. Swing and a miss. Miss on a high heater. Full count. And Vladdy is going to take a batter's timeout. Luke's will be in motion. Will he take off on this pitch? The pitch, foul to the backstop, and we'll do it again. You can tell Gilbert's gassing out. Not a bit. Here's number 3-2. This time he goes split finger, and it's fouled down the first baseline again. And again, Nathan Lukes has to go back. Sends it foul down the right field line again. Payoff pitch again. It's a grounder. Polanco takes his time, fires, inning over, but not before the Blue Jays manage to tie it up. Nathan Lukes with an RBI single. And through 2, we're tied at 3. I might as well just make myself a little meal. FKA Zach Ryder.
Serious allergic reactions, narrow ankle glaucoma, increased heart rate, and side effects of those with kidney problems may occur. Don't drive or use heavy machinery until you know how Cobenfy affects you. Seek help right away if you have hives, swelling of your face, lips, nose, tongue, throat, hoarseness, difficulty speaking, breathing, or emptying your bladder.
One-tenth the sugar is crazy. But you know what else is crazy? Other sodas have 10 times the sugar. Pretty sweet, kid. For your entire life is within reach. Where one play changes everything. Best baseball that is fun.
The dumper pops this one up. Right field mid-range. Luke's coming on. Makes the catch. 1 out. Here's Rodriguez, who has one of the only 2 hits for Seattle off Yasevich. And this is splitter command we're looking at. And look at the height on Yasevich when compared to Gilbert's release. 1-1, 2-0. Well, you could always walk her in the room of consequence. Walk her in the room of consequence. So what's she's going down? Okay, this umpire is blind. He's calling pitches that look down the middle. Balls. Let's see where these landed. Ball 4. 1 out walk for Julio Rodriguez. Okay, first pitch was high. Next 2 were off the plate, and 1 was too high. Okay, and the last pitch was too high. Okay, fair enough. Ground ball by Polanco. Only placed to second. 2 down. The other fouls the first one off on 1. Fly ball to center. Barshow outbound. It's a base hit, and that's going to move Rodriguez over to third. Barshow able to cut it off before it could even get deep enough to where Rodriguez would come home. So now it's runners on the corners and 2 out for Seattle here in the top of the 3rd. Oh, he played on a hop. I thought he caught it. Never mind. And here's Eugenio, who has not had a lot of luck in this series. First pitch. On the line to center. Barshow dives! He made the catch! No runs, a hit, 2 stranded for Seattle. Still tied after 2.5. Barshow coming over, dives. He makes the catch! That took at least an RBI single. That hit at least. That catch at least. Barshaw's catch at least took an RBI single away from Eugenio Suarez. Or worry you have tools. You are, I know. You know you are. But Conley hurt. Burger trying to eat was not what I needed. Easy manipulator. A manipulator. Valerie Swanson is. If anyone should be held accountable as much as Jules and herself are, it's her for Lockford deceiving your sister down that road and continuing to influence her in a negative sense. What do you want me to do, Gus? My sister was dead. But what do you want me to do, Gus?
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like getting bait man when you need the protection of that. Easy bait mobile, not too fast, baby. Just one song. Rheumatologist. That's why you need real. Go home, baby. Do a podcast or something. That's very close.
Not wrong, bait man. You suck.
The holidays are here, and
I'm not ready.
So what do you want me to do? I don't know. Throw Joel in the room of consequence for all I care. For all I care, just lock her in the room of consequence. The trigger needs to be pulled on her to realize how stupidly she's been acting. And how much of a poor judge of character she's been since Buck even predates her breakup with Buck. Let's give her the worst possible scenario she could live with. Ball one to Bargers. Now they're back in it. Barger was the first strikeout victim for Gilbert. But you got to wonder how much longer Gilbert and Yusevich can last for both sides. That one's fouled off 1-1. Mostly because both have overtaxed their arms right out of the chute. Two and one. That's fouled off. 2-2. Okay, if we know when November 11th hour wraps up, Jules finally becoming Christian. What does Buck get in his album? 2-2. Chopped. Scooped up at second by Polanco. One down to Naylor. Andrew Kirk hits one to right. This one is going to wind up in the glove of Robles as he hits the brakes near the wall. 2 down. Varshao up next. First pitch. Strike one. Ball one.
This year, when he was healthy, tops of the league in slugging.
2-1. Foul off. 2-2. Foul off by Varsho. Full count.
Situations where you know you can't get beat right out of slaughter is that pitch. So he goes with this 3-2 ownership.
Got him swinging, inning over.
Are assembled in the USA. But what about our competitors? They're made around the world. You can check for yourself right at the shelf. Those are on me. Just kidding. You got to pay for those. Mutual will help save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance. And his private club is the gentleman under the security guard. Only paying for what you need. Liberty. Can turn your hat inside out and turn the game around? AI from Google Cloud punched the numbers and found that 71% of the biggest comebacks came after a rally got caught on. With rally keeps having, on average, just a 3% chance of winning. But since the cap was gone, the rate of improbable comebacks per season just happened to double. Talk about turning baseball on its head. Catch the game like never before with AI from Google Cloud.
When my hair started to thin, I wasn't feeling so confident.
I stopped hanging out with the guys because I didn't want to hear the worst grades.
I started taking Nutrafol because I had seen that it worked with my friend. Nutrafol really takes the time to do the research, to do the clinical study.
Yeah,
Really respect how it works.
I can agree with Cat Scrumptious on Red. I can agree with Intelligent Team 6935 on Red. I highly doubt Bill Kendall would agree to the Swansons, who have been a complete negative influence, more so with Valerie, letting Jules stay in the house. In many ways, Jules is comparable to King Saul from the Bible, albeit in a gender swap. She's good looking, has a great voice, but she's got deep character flaws. She's dishonest. She lacks integrity.
Welcome back to Toronto. Ken Wilson, Mariners manager, kind enough to join us. You just watched Logan Gilbert get to that last inning without traffic. But what have you seen so far from how close you're watching, especially with the secondaries? Yeah, we're definitely watching it, and we're going to get through that one right there. A couple base runners on, a couple of hits that were able to fall in. So But good to get to that last one for sure. Against Savage, a guy you haven't seen before. 5 balls hit already, 95 plus. How do you like the execution of the game plan? Yeah, that bats have been good, and we continue to make the adjustments. Hit a couple balls hard there that just didn't find holes, but like the way the guys have approached it. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Tom. Dr. Kids always obviously against Savage. This is not one ball instructor talking about how much the spare gave the Yankees fits, but it's been a fastball that's got the majority of the outs from today. Yeah, he doesn't have the perfect feeling for the Steelers, so the fastball needed to be better and play better, and it has.
Ground ball. Calzone goes down with a 1-1 ground out. For having said that. Sorry, folks. Had to throw a pizza DiGiorno box out. Victor Robles up. Fouls it off on 1. To be honest, Coach Ed, I'm not doing all that great. 1-1. You want to come in? I'll explain why. That's foul off. 1-2. One, 2 is low. 2-2. That's foul off again, and we'll do it again. Give me a minute, not on my computer. Fouled off. 2-2. Popped up, right center field, caught by Varshal, 2 away. Tonight, the National League Championship Series kicks off with games 1 and 2 back to back tonight and tomorrow, and then Wednesday the ALCS picks back up at 7:00 between the Blue Jays and the Mariners. This time from Seattle. Why now? One. Fly ball to the left. That's going to get. Hi, Coach.
Peace and blessings, bro.
And that ends it. Not much. I mean, you saw what happened yesterday when Pat basically forced me to take my own stream down last night, right?
No, I didn't know that.
I mean, bad enough that now I basically had to put all my non-WWE content over on Hardcore Sports because most of my podcast episodes prior to last week were on both networks. And the only
Mm-hmm.
reason I expand my horizons was because I don't want the show to get the podcast to get rich and stale by focusing on one promotion. It's why I spread it out like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
other
Mm-hmm.
companies. I mean, you can
Mm-hmm.
understand that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Again, I don't know the particulars between, what Pat. I mean, I guess if you don't know, you'd have to talk to him directly. So, I mean, I'm sorry to hear that, and I hear the frustration in your voice. My recommendation is to, always, speak your mind respectfully, but get the answers that you're looking for.
I'm
I mean,
starting to wonder if he's in a blue. I'm starting to wonder if he's a blutophobic.
what's a blutophobic? Never heard of that.
Someone who suffers from a blutophobia, the fear of control loss.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I mean, because we all have, like I have my shows, and no one has control over my shows, and if anyone, it doesn't matter if it's with the Aboriginal or the hardcore, if anyone tries to dictate to me now, are we in a partnership? Yes, and I want to do things respectfully for the networks as well as for myself. That's why my recommendation is to have a meeting and voice your
I mean, it's bad enough Mitch already knows.
Mitch knows
You know what I mean?
what. Mitch knows what. I'm sorry, he broke up.
About what happened yesterday and about what's been happening with the wrestling content.
Oh, okay. So you can't do wrestling, you're saying, on the Aboriginal. You can only do it on the hardcore.
Non-WWE content wrestling, no.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, the only thing like I said, I suggest you have a meeting. Sit down with Pat, sit down with NYG, since they're the leadership, get clarity on, and explain how you're feeling. It may just be a misunderstanding, and, it happens, and don't think that. I'm sorry, I know you're screaming the game.
I understand.
But, that's my
I get it.
recommendation. So, but again, get clarification, bro. That's really what it boils down to. You do a good job with everything that you're doing. I know you're frustrated, but
I mean, yesterday having a football stream being taken away from me. I mean, for me, I thought the deal was I get the 425 games. I mean, the lone exception of the rule is next week with Carolina versus Jets because I got a wrestling show I'm going to catch.
Mm-hmm. This is why having a conversation and getting clarity is important. I mean, because you're frustrated, obviously. And that's why if you talk to them, you respectfully give your feelings and find out why, ask appropriate questions, and say, this is why this is how you're feeling. And, they may say, hey, no, there's a misunderstanding. I really don't know. So that's why my suggestion is to talk to them.
Okay. Want to at least help me with this game or no?
I was going to be watching the football game in a little bit. I'll stick on with you for a little bit. I mean,
okay, it looks like Dumper's down. I don't know what happened. Maybe a groin pull.
What channel is the game on?
Fox. Oh, and maybe an ankle. He may have twisted his ankle. This isn't good if you're Seattle. It looks like he's okay, but I'd say take him out after this inning. Schneider pops it up. Raleigh still moves to a good clip to the dugout, but that's going to go over the Mariner dugout and into the seats. 1-1. Sounds like my pie is done.
Mhm.
One. Which game are you gonna do, Coach?
Well, I'm going to watch the football games, so I'm just going to be going. I'm going back and forth. I'm not streaming. I'm watching the football
I
games.
know. I'm saying which one you're gonna watch.
Both of them. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to watch. I'm going to be flipping back and forth between the Bills game and then, of course, Washington being a
Oh,
Giants fan. So, plus, I want to see how Kyle Monangai does with Chicago.
you heard Callahan got fired from Tennessee this afternoon, and
Hmm.
Schneider goes down looking.
Yeah, I
I
saw
mean, I was not
Tennessee make the
expecting him to
change.
be fired that quickly. What?
Hey, nowadays it's happening more and more. So, heck, no
True.
one expected Franklin to get fired. So,
But then again, with how bad Penn State's rep is, can you blame them?
well, I'm talking about during the season. I would have thought it would have happened after the season.
Oh, true. And Menace takes strike one. One. I mean, seriously, you should have tried writing out the game between Seattle and Detroit with me on Friday night. I was screaming quietly for that damn game to end.
Friday night I was doing the Rutgers game.
Oh, I remember, but I'm just saying that I was still going by the time the Rutgers game ending. I was just screaming to them
Hmm.
under my breath, "Make this end so I can go to sleep." I'm guessing after the game, you and Man Cave went to sleep.
There's a couple of things that I did after the game in preparation because I also had a long day for Saturday because I did my
Fair
new
enough.
new project. Yeah, so I prepped.
Fly ball to left. Rosarina makes a catch. Inning over. Still tied at 3.
They're in Toronto.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
not going to Seattle until Wednesday.
okay. Hopefully Seattle will pull this out because I can't stand Toronto.
This river wasn't dammed in a day. And GMC trucks were built overnight. Every American achievement results of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering. The ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR plus 3,100 total value on this CR50.
I mean, in terms of the football games, I'm probably stuck with Washington and Chicago tonight because that's the only game I can pick up on my setup.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean pick up in your setup though? I don't understand that part.
I don't have a dish or a box, and I don't use streaming apps. I just stick to an antenna,
Oh, okay, got you,
which
got
was
you.
why I was so frustrated when Pat told me to cut off my call of San Francisco versus Tampa yesterday.
Mm-hmm. I can understand what you're saying. So, but that's why communication is key with everything. Voicing your how you're feeling and getting clarity on why the execs make the decisions they make if they choose to share it. If not, then it's like okay.
If I can't call the 425 game this week between Washington and Dallas, who is?
Again, you're asking me. I don't make those decisions, bro. I don't. I just tell them what I'm doing. I have my schedule
Since I've got
already set.
Panthers Jets this coming Sunday. I know, but I'm just saying. No, I'm just curious.
No, I get
Rosarena
you.
hits one away, but not.
Yeah, if the point I'm making is I can't answer the questions that you're asking. The only one who can is either Pat or NYG.
Uh-oh. Suarez may have thrown his back out. What happened? Okay, chopper towards short, spin throw by Rosa. Oh, the ball hit Suarez in the back as it got away.
Hmm.
In any case, E6 plus an infield hit for Rosarena. I mean, infield hit plus E6, so Rosarena is now on its second. The question is, are they viewing this as fan interference, even though it technically ricocheted off a player that was sitting in the dugout? I mean, this is probably one of the dumbest things I'd ever see a delay for. I mean, that is a wide throw by Jimenez, and then it bounces towards the dugout and hits Eugenio Suarez square in the lower back.
Yeah, and the ball. I mean, the first baseman wasn't even close by, so it can't be interference. It's not like the first baseman was going to get the ball. He's at the line, so yeah, it shouldn't be interference. That's an error, like you said. Bad throw.
Plus the infield hit.
Hmm.
Seriously? I mean, this is not a challenge Toronto's going to win. I mean, it was clearly on its way in the dugout when it hit Raleigh, when it hit Suarez in the back.
Mm-hmm. But you challenge it just to see if you can get down. I mean, I get what managers are trying to do. He's trying to see if he can.
I mean, it hits Raleigh in the back and then bounces into the camera well.
Mm-hmm. Ultimately, it comes down to an interpretation of the rules. Because sometimes rules are not clear cut.
So it was out of play.
Hmm.
I've only been to 3 MLB ballparks in my life. The second iteration of Yankee, Shea Stadium, and Great American out in Cincinnati. Have you ever been to any MLB parks, Coach?
Yeah, Yankee Stadium and the old Shea Stadium.
And they're going to free pass the big dumper. I don't blame them. I think at this point, the manager is going to give you Savage the Huck. So after 4 innings, 3 hits, runs, 4 hits, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts, Trey Savage is done. We're getting a bullpen arm for Toronto. Top 5, tied at 3, men on first and second, nobody out. I'll say one thing for the Giants coming up in Denver. They're going to need their oxygen tanks.
Yeah, no. Denver is one of those regions that it's, if you're not used to it, initially it's a challenge. So,
And going back to 98, the Broncos have won what? 5 of the last 7? Let's see.
the games.
We won in 98. They took 01. We took 05. They took 09, 13. We took 17. They took 20. Okay, 4 out of the last 7.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they're still professionals, and you do have a routine that you do try and help. So it's not like you can't go there and win, but, this squad, how does, Mr. Dable prepare this team? And that's the biggest issue going forward. So,
yeah, his narrative enforced bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
So today, Trey Savage ends on 4+ innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and he makes way for Louis Varland. Eugenio Suarez, Julio Rodriguez, who has the 3-run homer that accounts for all of Seattle's runs, is up next. And right now the count's at 1-1. Swing and a miss, high heater. Rodriguez took a big cut there, 1-2. One, two, too high, 2-2. Julio has reached 5 of his first 6 play appearances in this series. Let's see if we make it 6 of 7. Nope, he gets taken down, strike 3, staring at it. Center cut, and he doesn't even bother going after it. He got frozen. Gregor Polanco, another guy that the Mariners picked up at the deadline. Strikeout and a force out earlier in the game. Double play depth. Toronto's infield is in double play depth. Only reason this game is starting early, it's Canadian Thanksgiving today.
Okay.
And that's fouled off, 1-1. Imagine getting to eat turkey a month earlier than you normally would.
But that's because we're used to it in November. So
that's driven in the right center. Going back to the track. It's gone! Polanco breaks the ice. It's 6-3 Seattle. Suarez missed a homer by inches in that same spot last night. Polanco does not tonight. And the trident has been broken out. 6-3 Mariners.
If they can go
Boom.
2-0 in this series, going back to Seattle, I think it's over with. I don't think they'll sweep them.
Who would you have them face? Who would you rather have them face? Milwaukee? If that happens and Seattle goes to their first World Series, would you rather have them face Milwaukee or the Dodgers?
Dodgers.
I'd say Brewers, mostly because it'd be an interesting matchup where you're guaranteed a first-time winner. True, the Brewers were in the World Series once, but that was as an AL team back in '82 where they lost to St. Louis.
Wait a minute. Didn't the Brewers back in the 50s or the 60s win World Series before?
If that was as the Milwaukee Braves, yes, but as the Brewers, no.
I always thought they did win. I will say this.
Milwaukee had the Braves.
Mm-hmm.
You'll say what?
You won't get a lot of... My thing is, will you get a lot of people watching the series if it's Milwaukee and
Seattle? I don't know. That's fouled off 2-2. I mean, we didn't get a lot of people a couple of years ago when it was Texas and Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, it was one of the worst in terms of TV viewership 2 years ago. Last year, one of the highest, but a lot of people didn't want that. And between the Yankees and Dodgers.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's because of the market, so that's the reason why. See, sports want the viewership because of, it generates money. Businesses, with advertisement, those are things, and it's not their fault that they're in a small market.
I mean, the last decade, only 3 World Series have made any form of legitimate sense. 2016, Cleveland against the Cubs. You want a curse, the series that would finally break a franchise's legacy curse. Makes sense. There'd be a lot of people to view that. Yes or no? 2 years later, Boston versus the Dodgers. Two legacy franchises. While the Red Sox aren't as big a market as the Yankees, they're still a quote-unquote big market team. Yes or no?
Yes, they are.
Strike 3. And then last year, the big Moneyball series. Did every other fan base want it? No. Did we still get it? Yes.
See, the rest of the small markets, they don't want the big markets because it's a matter of jealousy in a sense. Because you get
Cleveland,
the perception.
You could call it small market. Strike 1. But again, the only reason everyone wanted to see them play the Cubs was a curse breaker reason. I actually wanted that for the Cubs and the Red Sox back in 2003, and both teams screwed the pooch. 0-2.
Excuse me. But that's also a storyline, so.
0-2, got him looking. Inning over, but Seattle does get back in front. Halfway home, 6-3 M's.
Sorry about that. Yeah, storylines will also sell. So when you have a good storyline, then, whether you're a small market or anything, then it's going to draw fan viewership in and also create a rooting interest with, when you got the big bad empires with the big markets. Yeah, of course. So
some empires worse than others.
All right.
And anyone would agree that the 2 worst empires in baseball are the Yankees and Dodgers.
Because of history and because of the money that they can spend, Yankees don't want to spend the money anymore. But yeah, and that's the thing. When people look at the money, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I mean, back in the days where they were good, you could have argued St. Louis, but now even the most diehard fan base, members of the fan base are getting so fed up with the Cardinals being mediocre that they're actually boycotting and dwindling attendance numbers at Busch Stadium.
Didn't know that. See, you know more baseball than I do, so I'm a casual fan. So
I mean, then again, it makes sense why I was made the baseball aficionado for the networks.
You have a lot of knowledge with the game of baseball. You know a lot of the players, so you can speak.
I mean, ironically, that wasn't the game I played as a kid. When I was a kid, I was mostly stuck playing on the hardwood. I played basketball.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're wanting to, cover those, that's something you have to talk with Pat and YG. I don't know what to suggest.
But then again, basketball is man cave's territory.
Well, to a degree, Man Cave does mostly. I mean, he'll do other basketball games, yes, but he does the Knicks. For example, we have Giants content creator. If I wanted to do a Giants game, I could do a Giants game. I can also cover the NFL games, but I also have a passion for college football and the WNBA over the NFL, which is why I choose to do that. Yeah, so college football is my number one sport, and the WNBA is number two. So do I know the NFL? Yes. Do I know the ins and outs? Yes. So I can comfortably call the game. So, but I'm about ready to go, bros. As I get ready to watch the game, I got to
leave a like on the way out.
Here. I'm sorry.
Just leave me a like on the way out.
I hit the like before that. I usually, you may not know, but I usually sometimes come in and I just hit the like, even if I don't say anything. So I'm there. I'm there.
Eddie.
So you're welcome, bro. So I'll talk to you later, man. All right.
Back to the flip side.
All right. Peace.
Later. One-two pitch to Springer. Ground ball. Naylor dives. Is he going to be able to get the out? Yes. Flips to the Bizarro to get the out at first. One away. What is a Blutiful? Someone who fears control loss. Someone who's terrified of control loss. Fear of control loss. Fear of control loss. In the right center, base hit. And Lutz is 3 for 3 in the night. Vladdy takes strike one. Let's go Blue Jays chance breakout here at Rogers Center again. I'm just making a point, Pat. Big cut, 0-2. I mean, I even said it last night. I'm afraid I'm a stagnophobe. What? Fear of stagnation. Foul off. 0-2 again. One and two. One, two is foul off. We'll do it again. One, two. Did he go? No. 2-2. Softly hit to the mound. Throw to first. Gets the out. One. Should have. Top foul. 1-2. One, two inside, 2-2. Chopped. Scoop. 1-2-3 inning for Rizzardo. 6-3 Seattle going into the sixth. Let's see. Fear of stagnation name.
AT&T or T-Mobile built Verizon for a better deal. Guess you're not as cool as Verizon. You don't know that? What's up, Carl Nation? It's your #1 broker with the best full-service wealth management skills in the biz. Actually, you seen something from Schwab?
Uh-oh. Yeah, Schwab lets you invest and trade on your own. And if you want, they can even manage it for you. Not to mention, Schwab is a team of specialists for taxes, insurance, and estate planning, all with no fees.
We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Schwab, a modern approach to wealth management.
Yeah, still holding. If my AC company had agent force, powerful AI from Salesforce, AI agent would flag the issue and automatically help me find someone to service it. What? Wow, you are moist. Why don't you get an appointment? Kiss man, even shout it out. Agent force, sir. Agent force helps manufacturers create appliance to clients. It's what AI was meant to be. Hey, new Little Caesars cheesesteak crazy bug. They're so good we ran here today. We ran here? Cheesesteak breakfast for $3.99. Little Caesars is the real deal. Pizza, pizza. You ain't know me as Antonio Banderas, but when I use my Bosch fridge, I feel like Antonio Bosch. Well, I hear you, brother. Because when I use my Bosch power tools, I feel like the macho man Randy Savage. It's a phenomenal appliance. Power tools. Phenomenal appliances. Watch this. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a... It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series. Struck out with the cheap seats. Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and a great savings. Here, take mine. We are Farmers. Fox Super 6 MLB Playoff Challenge. Check out the Fox Sports app right now and enter for free for shots on your shoes. $10,000 in cash prizes. See Fox Sports app for details. At 6:30 a.m., a pair of 3-run home runs. The Mariners try to take a 2-0 series lead.
Strike one.
Last 2 outs in the 8th inning yesterday. Left-handed rookie on it. Fouls it back on 2. Series of the Rangers. It's a huge part of that. 14 runs in that run to the championship. The Rangers get their first title, trying to do the same for the Mariners. He had his first start of the postseason in the 15th division series and had a first fight against their school for their first run. The first start.
Fly ball to center. Going to the edge of the track. Back. Barshell's not going to get it. I think he hit his back on the wall. And a throw. And it's a triple for Mitch Garver. Roll off Mason Fluharty. Swing and miss by Robles on 1. Robles held down again. I'm home. 0-1 pitch. High heat. Strike 2. High cut. Strike 2. One, 2. To third. That's going to hold Garber at third. Throw the first one down.
We got the wisecracking 90s 2 character, Bubsy the Bobcat, developed by Accolade, who had previously seen success with the Hardball series, and created by Michael Berlin, who was behind the text adventure games Suspended and Cryogenic Nightmare. The first Bubsy game received a lot of hype, so much so it actually won most hype for a character of 1993 in Electronic Gaming Monthly. The first Bubsy game is Bubsy in Claws Encounters of the Furred Kind. Obviously, ET the extraterrestrial reference. After a gigantic marketing campaign, the game was released to mostly positive reviews, some calling it a Sonic ripoff, sure, but a highly playable and well-made one. And then that settled it. Successful video game means that a few months after the game's release,
Garber coming out on a pinch runner situation. Crawford takes strike one on a cut. 0-1. 1-0.
With that point was gone from a director on Denver the Last Dinosaur, and is this a common theme where every crazy TV episode I do seems to somehow lead back to Denver? Prominent voice actors
I'm fine. Nope.
all over the place on this pilot. Rob Paulson provided the voice of Bubsy, Tress McNeil voices the villainous Oblidia, Jim Cummings, DJ Ward, and Neil Ross would also provide voices, and the side characters called Arnold Armadillo, Boswell Buzzard, and Sid the Shrew. I'm surprised.
2-1.
Clam and disgruntled Rope really doesn't take balls to call your pilot that, but to also repeat it about 24 times throughout the episode. Pilot is Bubsy, his niece and nephew, his friends, and a virtual reality machine.
2-2. So that's fine. When the Mariners hit one homer or more, 81-45 record. When they don't, 13-29 over the season, which lets their 94-68 record this year. Full count. Fouled off.
Hey, how's it going? 1993? I think sugar really needs to be outlawed in this universe. Maybe save the damn kids from murdering your friend and don't let them watch TV.
Good truck. Payoff. Popped up the shallow center. It's going to drop. Base hit. Garber will come. One run home. The runner comes home. 7-3 Seattle. So Leo Rivas was in the pinch hit for Garber. Okay, I was wondering who that was. And Fluharty out. Who's coming in to replace him when we come back? One out, top six, 7-3 Mariners. Bubsy. What's going to go wrong?
Let's finish that shtick. We're not plummeting to our deaths. It's okay. They're fine. There's Waldo cartoon. There was nothing in that that would make your ass bleed. And that puts everyone else in the VR simulation as well. So what I would watch is just how we're going to have a large of it. And shit. I don't know why he's so afraid of trucks. It seems to be random flips.
Before starting Atlas, tell your doctor if you have a parasite infection.
Future episodes, son. I can't believe Terrence and Teresa aren't entertained by their uncle being left a bloody mess dragged on a roller coaster track. It's either see, what did I tell you? Everyone is in this. None of this matters. You know it's a dire situation, but it's ice cream grenade everyone. Reds are pursuing shenanigans right oblivion. Who's ready to see some tasty touchdowns? Each of them are men. Each of them getting injured, and their fantasies keep biting them in the ass. Even poor Arnold vision sentient trucks. Clearly, this pipeline on the hard
Rosarena takes strike one. It's Fisher who now comes on the pitch. It's now Brain Fisher who comes on the pitch. Bella.
Not with spectacular reviews, but good enough. Even if the reviews were bad, it probably stopped them from making another review. Please subscribe to our channels.
1-2 is fouled off by Rosarena. Two and two. Two Rosarena. Got him looking. 2 down. Raleigh smacks this one down the right field line, but it is well foul and into the press and into the suites. 0-1. One. Strike 2. Even the fastball. Bomb attacks over military, say weekend, strength been cut, peace worldwide. China says they don't play their hand. They try to box in Trump. They fail. Trump plays tariffs in China. China very quickly. Fed doesn't have another rate cut. We're going to have another rate cut. OBB helping people with their taxes. 2-2. Banks are now investing in the U.S. Keep safe packing. Trump did the military to go after. So, have soldiers. Remember, Obama 17 civilian military. Strong as the U.S. military. He failed. Vegan. Trump called deep state, saying there will be no World War III. Strings been cut, and deep state doesn't have the leverage. Peace worldwide. How long until that gives out? Raleigh goes down. Swing. Mariners have to sell for 1 on 2 hits. 7-3 Seattle through 5.5. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving, everybody. And what I wouldn't give for that turkey right now, eh?
The European accent, yay big. Napoleon? No, not even a lizard. Maybe I can learn. No way, it's the guy who Gecko. This man was groceries. 64 close. He's cool. Thank you. Get more support. Is that when you spell from?
Okay, dude. Bitch, that's a horrible pun.
Who didn't refill the M&Ms? Something bigger and better than anything you have ever seen. For some reason, includes the 3 of you. What's the trick? She doesn't just launder money, she kills people. One piece husband's head, son of Plata. It's gonna be fun. 8 magicians against the whole criminal network. You are not going to want to miss this next trip. No, you see me, now you don't. 13.
Carlos Vargas will now come on to pitch for the Mariners. 5-5 record this year. He'll face Alejandro Kirk to start the 6th. Strike 1 on a hot sinker. Strike 2. One and two. 0-2. 1-2. Two and two. Fouled off. That's the closest one. Tyson's Virginia. Nope. Buford, Atlanta, or Dorville. Nope. Ground ball to second. Polanco will scoop it up. One down. Or the first one down. Oh, 1. 1-0. That's fouled off. 2-1. Two and two. In the strike zone. That's fouled off. Full count. That's fouled off. We'll do it again. That's driven to right field. Back, track, wall, caught. Track and caught. 2 down. I think he got a little under it. Listen, Kazoo. 2 things, you jackass. 1, I'm 38 years old. 2, I have a job. I'm just not on the clock today at work. Oh, 1 grounded foul. Seattle slew. Blue Jays in Seattle were 7 a game. In the first 2 of this series, they're only averaging 2 runs so far. Fly ball. Shallow left center. And it's a 1-2-3 inning again. Six innings complete. Seattle 7, Toronto 3.
I heard this one's gonna be a blowout.
No duh.
Ultimate blowout is here, and it's exploding with wins. Then was a time when the Blue Ridge Mountains were still to come. When falling leaves and the cool breeze reminded us to slow down and take it all in. There was a time when nature's beauty was the main event, paired with the beauty that grew within every connection and golden memories shared together. It was a vibrant time. It was all.
Nope. Too small. Okay. Fisher back out for what would be probably his second inning of work. All one. Foul off. 1-2. Take strike 3. 1 down. Ripped in the right field, base hit for Polanco. Ouch. Upstairs 1-0. The other angled twice and stolen a bag. Two out. Two on. Two. The other fly ball, right field. This ball is gone. Third homer of the night for Seattle. 9-3 Seattle.
I'm a baseball dad. Just because I didn't go pro doesn't mean my kid won't. See that? No pressure, kid. Just everyone's watching. Coach says it doesn't matter if you win or lose the game, but that's what losers say. You gotta screw those hips, right? And you gotta swing. And if you don't have the right insurance, you might be paying for this yourself. So get ALCS. You save money and you protect from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Jersey Mike's is now an official sponsor of the NFL. Hold on, you're stealing my job. I don't want to steal anything. Lies. Eli's. I just love these subs. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A simple month. Today's digital world is full of risks. I present to you the world's most protected business. threats. How are people supposed to get in? There's no door. Somebody say door. Light him up, Bobby. My man. Horseman, turn this holy blackmakers and return their lost head. Yeah? No one makes a finger on your power. After trying new marshmallow butterfinger. Jersey Mike's freshly slices it right in front of you. You can't fake that. You can fake my outfit. You can fake these haunches. You just can't fake a freshly sliced Jersey sub. Made the authentic Jersey way since 1956. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
You don't make history in a comfort zone.
Pressure's on. Counts how many times?
You don't become a legend.
What do you think of this?
I don't know, because I don't feel it yet. Sometimes you have to be stretched. Always. Maybe only.
Mississauga's own Josh Daly with a 9-3 Seattle lead. Back to Seattle with a 2-0 series lead.
Ball one.
Special teams against New York. From Cuba. For a few years there, he signed a 5-year contract with the Blue Jays. Was in the rotation for pretty much the entire rookie year. 3 ERA out of the pen this year.
2-1.
Obviously, the disdain for York and their own division, they're going to be gone. And had a great victory over the Yankees, but they did not see this coming, especially when the whole world was watching at least who were the Blue Jays going to play. It was 15 innings, but 18 innings, and the advantage just kept going up and up and up for the Toronto Blue Jays. The more that game was being played until this happens.
Ball four.
Had to be the Detroit to win that game if you're a Blue Jay. Yeah, that would be this power. Yeah, you would have to be able to tear a school up, but who knows when he was going to be available to pitch, when going to be maybe these first 2 games. And the lineup just came out of Seattle. So we're going to be looking at Detroit versus Seattle.
The Arriva swing up.
I mean, the hitter was walking off. The catcher's getting ready to throw the horn. The pitcher's thinking, here we go, I'm going to strike out.
One.
And these are the kind of things that, playoff baseball can happen. Things can happen quickly. And all it takes is a little shot to the system. Like, I didn't see that coming. What happened there? And you see examples of it all the time every year. Base run feels like a rabbit. It's the leadoff hitter in the game.
2-1. Three and one. Strike two.
This year as well. Most of it's national AAA pitching. So they feel like they can trust him. That's good.
And this time it's ball four. Fans don't like the call, but a man on. Let's look at the sliders. Julio Rodriguez. Boom. By Obama. For Mr. Robles. Strike one. No. Bassett warming up in the bullpen, as is Scherzer. 2-1. Down away 3-1. Rodriguez in trouble. Yanni Rodriguez. Yep, Yadiel Rodriguez, excuse me. 2-1, 3-1 is low, ball 4. And the Boo Birds are raining down in Toronto. Top 7, bags loaded, 1 out, and people are going home with the Mariners up 6. Or on the cusp of it, anyway. Carving them up. 3-run homer by Rodriguez. 3-run homer by Polanco. 2-run homer by Naylor. Making up for 8 of the 9 runs. First game with multiple 3-run homers in postseason franchise history for Seattle. And we've got another pitching change. Looks like Bassett's coming out for the Blue Jays. We'll be right back. 9-3 in favor of Seattle. 1 man out, top 7, 9-3 Seattle.
You want your holiday to feel like a holiday. Hi guys, welcome. It matters where you stay. Book your holiday stay with Hilton. Hilton for the stay. Can I have your youth? Sure. Commit to the Skittles. Keep eating. It's right here now.
Best day ever. Commit to the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Because in any film, she knew just the power that she had. She stood up for her friends with quite a bit of courage. She died a hero. I didn't think I'm rookie, but Graham
Strike one as Chris Bassett, who's predominantly a starter, comes in. He's been out dealing with a back issue, which is why he wasn't in for the first half of the playoffs. 0-1 pitch, big cut and a foul into the glove by J.P. Crawford. 0-2. Inside 1-0. We won. Two balls, two strikes. That's fouled off. Fine. 3-2, fouled off. Well, excuse me for sounding like a victim, Pat. That's fouled off. That's driven the center. That's deep enough. Marshall makes a catch. Tag up by Suarez. Throw to the plate is cut off. And another run comes home for Seattle. 10-3 Mariners. Can Toronto get a salvage in one of these two? I mean, has Seattle managed to snatch one away? Yes. Will they get both? I don't know. First pitch, 2 or those are they not. Swing and a miss, strike one. Strike two. Oh, 2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three, but not before the Mariners add 3. We go to the stretch. Seattle 10, Toronto 3. But here's the thing, Pat. To me, I felt like that was a slight. I thought the deal was I get all the 425 calls. Not out of a sense when applicable. Not out of a sense of narcissism. And twice, both last night and tonight, I mentioned
Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines for it. Call your prescriber if you experience vision changes, heart racing at rest, or any mental changes. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Side effects of nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems. $3 or less. Only at Taco Bell. All right.
the hot.
This is our year.
You know, if getting 18 is the best deal on the new iPhone 17 Pro without paying the most expensive plan to all the if that switch things up could be a good call. So how about we try something that's timeless?
Oh yeah, good call. Ooh. Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us. Designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet. Most expensive plan not required. Paradise. Doesn't always have palm trees.
10 runs on 9 hits for Seattle, 3 runs on 6 for Toronto. Strike one to Snyder from Vargas, 0-1. That one's grounded to short. Polanco scoops it up. The Crawford scoops it up. 1 down. Over the first, 1 out. One and one. I know. Two and oh. Two and two. Fouled off. And ball 4. %39 chance. Springer up next. Faces a 1-0 count. Foul off. Springer flies one to right center, but Robles is under it. 2 down. And the Menace is forced to retreat back to first. Who? Strike 1. That's stupid. Strike 2. I'm surprised she didn't suffocate to death back in 21 with that bag over her head. Damn right they're psychos. 1-2. Swung and a miss. Strike 3. Luke's down, and that ends the inning. So a walk and nothing else across the board for Toronto. We go to the 8th. 10-3 in favor of Seattle. Out. And a neck pop, folks.
To fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occur. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or filming. Don't take an allergic or have an infection.
Not settling? Ask your dermatologist for info. Take back what's yours. And we can help you save. Communities share one heartbeat. It lives in the places we gather and the spaces that give us purpose. When the disasters strike, that heartbeat stops. The very fabric of a community torn. And that's when Belfort steps in to help bring it all back. So students can learn, hospitals can heal, and families can return. Restoring more than property. Horseback, return the stolen black members and return your lost identity. Yeah, no one makes a finger on your pocket. Ever try you must not watch me down. Postseason action download the MLB app. Everyone have for live baseball. All Mariners in game 2.
Popped up by crawling into the seat near the Blue Jay dugout. Popped up and foul again, 0-2. Nope. Wrapped up, third base line, caught. One down by Barger, one away. I don't mind. 1-2. Two and two. Passes against Rodriguez, not being a good fight so far. I don't care for the World Baseball Classic. Two, swung and missed, strike three. Here comes Leo Rivas. It was one of Jorge Polanco. Single, 2-run scored, and the 3-run homer that started this game. Strike one. It's popped up towards the mound. Is it going to be Kirk or Bassett to get it? It's Kirk, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Toronto's defense. 6 outs to play with, and Toronto better make them count. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 10-3, Seattle.
Joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. Some patients even felt less fatigued. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Truvia. Who's ready for a deal? Now you can order a foot-long in Subway and get enough for just $1. That's right, Subway MVP Rewards members. Just $1. Get your favorite stuff plus 40%. Eat fresh. If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
There's a lot of other. When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Eagle, Milwaukee, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, where you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed. Ace is the place of the helpful hardware. When 2 school plays went, this Adam was not on WhatsApp. This Adam was. So when this Adam texted a photo, it came out blurry as chat is a nightmare, and no one could help. But this Adam sent an HD photo on WhatsApp. Let's go. Then save the play. Yeah, lights. Thanks, everybody. Actors.
As the crowds are starting to file out of Toronto, we go to the top of the 8th. Seattle 10, Blue Jays 3. Vladdy Jr. leads off against Emerson Hancock, one of the few pitchers the Mariners didn't use in their series against the Tigers. Ball 1 in that 5th game against Detroit. Man on. Following it. What was it? A walk or a base hit? Walk. And 5 straight pitches. Offense at home in the DS, 23 runs, 29 hits, 8 homers. Here, just 1 homer, 4 runs, 8 hits. Two and out. That's popped up. Left field. Rosarina under it. 1 down. Oh, 1 to Alejandro Kirk. Oh, 2. One, 2-1. Two and 2 as he swings and misses. Two is fouled to the backstop, and we'll do it again. That's outside, full count. Foul off. And that's ball 4. Now runners on first and second and 1 out for Seattle, for Toronto. Seattle looking to win the pennant for the first time ever. Toronto looking for their first in 32 years. That's fouled off by Varsho on 1. Swing and foul down the first baseline. We'll do it again. 0-2. Fly ball. Deep right field. Edge of the Robles moves in, makes the catch, tag up by Vladdy. He'll go to third, 2 away. Ernie Clement up next. Ball 1. Two and out. Driven to right, driven to center. Going back is Rodriguez. He'll make the catch. Inning over. Blue Jays try to threaten it with a pair of walks, but they don't get anything beyond moving Vlad to third. Only 3 outs left before Seattle puts the Jays in an 0-2 hole. 10-3 Blue Jay. 10-3 Seattle. True.
Right now, the $28 JDC meal deal is here. That's 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers, medium fries, and a medium drink. So you better be on your way. Bacon waits for no one. The number one bacon cheeseburger, gotta be Wendy's.
With 20 grams of protein in every serving, Quaker Protein instead of oatmeal is there for active mornings. Friendly competition and big moves. Quaker, bring out the good.
You're home for the holidays, in your old room. At least you can get a deal on your shorts for dad. So prove a little more coverage.
No duh. Well, of course we got more. We want those bastards.
He's so much taller in person.
I'm struggling with this proportion.
Because you're changing. You know, one time I thought I was playing under 2 minutes on the Geico road. To the right, Jimmy? Yeah. If anything were under practice, why can't I?
We go to the top of the ninth. 10-3 Mariners. And Seattle is 3 outs away from a 2-0 series advantage.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico. I got some work done with another surgeon. If I give you the bill, can you give me a better deal on a better face like this?
We're not doing that.
Well, at Verizon, anyone can bring in their AT&T or T-Mobile bill, and they'll give you a better deal on this 5G network. Three minutes. You're nice.
So a long way to go until we get to the midterms. Let's see. Midterms next year. When are they taking place? It's October the 13th. What is November? Election day is when? Let's see. November the 3rd next year. Okay. Let's see. And Eric Lauer makes his postseason debut. He fouls it off. And Naylor fouls that one off on 1. Or makes his third appearance this year. Let's see. 18, 48, 79, 110, 101, 138, 169, 199, 230, 260, 299, 330, 360, 391. We're 394 days out from the midterms. 1 and 2. To Master Dawn, is that what he calls it? Is that this kid's name? Let me see. Miles Mastroboni. Yeah, suggestive name much. 1-2 pitch. Goes down looking. 1 down. His postseason debut. The downfall of the Blue Jays is something that has to be examined in here in the postseason. I mean, look at this shot they gave up to Naylor in the 7th. Or 5th inning. First pitch to Suarez. Ball 1. One one. Or 2-0, I should say. That's fouled off. 2-1. Two and 2. In the center field, base hit. So 1 out single for Suarez. Rivas up next. Rivas was what? His first man. One. Did he go? Yes, he did. 0-2. Rivas hits this one to the right. It's playable, though, and catch. 2 down. All 1. Two 0. That was thrown high. That's over the plate. One well over the pass ball, and that's going to move Suarez to second. 3-0. Yeah, more than likely we're getting Dallas, Denver next week. Strike one. Strike two. Robles getting gypped here. He's taking the last two pitches. Rally caps on, but it may be too little too late. Payoff, swung on a missed strike three. Only a single and a pass ball moves Suarez to second, and nothing beyond that. We go to the ninth. Last gasp for Toronto here in game two. Mariners 10, Blue Jays 3. Probably get Detroit against Washington on week 10. Week 11 would be Kansas City against Denver. Week 12, Philly against Dallas. '13 would probably be Pittsburgh against Buffalo. Buffalo against Pittsburgh. Not that I care for that one, but considering the Giants are off until Monday, it makes sense I'd probably have to do that one. I could also do the Turkey Day game between Kansas City and Dallas since I usually get home fast enough to catch the Cowboy games on Turkey Day. Probably Cincinnati against Buffalo. Let's see. Regional coverage week 14 for the single game for Fox. Probably be Seattle against Atlanta. I have no interest in that one. 15. It'll probably be Indianapolis against Seattle. Week 16. It's up in the air. But it would probably be Pittsburgh against Detroit. Of course, Sandy Alomar Sr., the father of both Sandy Alomar Jr., the longtime catcher of the Indians, and the father of a former Toronto Blue Jay, a two-time world champion with Toronto, Roberto Alomar. Philly Buffalo in week 17. I could do that. Provided, of course, Mom doesn't have me requiring me to take down the Christmas tree. Miles Mastrobuoni. Miles will now play first base and pinching for Naylor. And Schneider faces Maxion, or however you pronounce this Mariners pitcher's name. No, it's still Hancock out there. My bad. Foul ball by Schneider, 0-1. One and one. Yep. 2-1. Can't blame him. Three and one. I might as well just get started setting up my Halloween Havoc taping tomorrow night. Three and two. And it's a leadoff walk for for Davis Schneider. Two and oh. Two one to Jimenez. That's fouled off by Jimenez. Swan and miss, strike three. Springer takes ball one. Line of third. Over the second one. Over the first. Double play. Mariners take a 2-0 advantage. Final score 10-3. No one thought the Mariners would come into Toronto and take the first two. They've got home field advantage throughout. Home team losing the first two games of a series has lost 25 of the 28 times. The lone exceptions were all in the World Series. Kansas City in 85, the New York Mets in 98 a year later, and then a decade later with the New York Yankees. Can Toronto join that exclusive group? I don't know. 10 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Seattle, 3 runs, 6 hits, and an error for Toronto. Your winning pitcher, Hermano Bazardo. Losing pitcher, Trey Savage. No save. They've involved. Seattle now goes up 2-0 in the American League Championship Series and are halfway to their first ever appearance in the World Series. That's it for this stream on the Aboriginal Sports Network. On the Hardcore Sports Network, I'm Mets2128. Like, share, and subscribe to the other content creators as well as myself. Goodbye. Good night. Bang. I'll see you all tomorrow night for NXT. As soon as I get it set up.